For real, Lucy. I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't work, we're not doing it again, but I'm gonna try it. I didn't know what kind of angle to get. So this is what we got. This is what we're working with. We'll see whether that works or not. I need more bowls. Where are all my bowls? My bowls in here? What'd they all do with my bowls? I don't know where half my kitchen is. I don't honestly use this kitchen that much, so I don't know where half the crap here is located. Cause it's normally like my sister using it. We're making a few cookies today. Not just making one. I'm gonna give you a whole treat. We're gonna be making quite a few of them. Oh, come on, people. Where are all the dishes? This will do, I guess. I mean, it gets the job done. It's all right. I've seen better. I've seen worse. Would you like a step-by-step on what I'm doing? Jesus Christ, I'm spilling flour everywhere. That's what I'm doing. I am absolutely making a giant mess. Okay, we doing this over the sink now. That's close enough. 2¼ cups of flour. 2¼ cups. Quarter cups, fourth cups. Same diff. I have to clean all this up afterwards. This is gonna be fun. Is it baking soda or baking powder? Baking soda? Interesting. Look at this. Look at my shirt. It's already white with flour. This is a brand new shirt. I just got this out of the wash. One teaspoon baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon salt. Oh, they want me to use a mixing bowl. Yeah, I'm not getting that out of storage. Nope, we mixing this by hand. We mixing this by hand, son. I would love to say that, oh, this is some family recipe on how to, make cookies. No, I just looked up how to make cookies on the internet. I will say, I'm normally not this incompetent to spill the flour this early on. Normally normally that's a little bit later in the stream. But you get a special exclusive today where I'm super incompetent and spilled the flour this early. So, it's an exclusive stream. There's there's many ways to melt butter. I'm just popping it in the microwave. I don't care enough. Enough cares I do not give. That brown sugar is garbage. It's going in the trash. Uh, 'Hey, don't you be exploding over here. We do not need our butter exploding. Three-fourths of a cup of normal sugar, along with scissors that don't work worth garbage. 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. And then we got the fun part. Beat whisk is the same diff. It's not the same diff, but I'm gonna say it's the same diff. To help my fragile ego. So how's your day been, Lucy? I know it's a lot better now that my stream is going, but how was it before? It's gonna be a fun stream. It's gonna be a lot of mixing. Mostly asleep? Isn't that like really freaking early for you? No, what time is it? Because I thought it's like midnight at 5. So it's like I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was like 3:11. That's still really freaking early, Lucy. 3:11? That is pretty freaking early. Unless you're me and you work night shifts, in which case that's very freaking late. When do you normally go to bed when I'm not streaming? Do you work night shifts or something? Why are you going to bed at 3? Just like 00? Oh, you normally go to bed at midnight? Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not good. Oh, here it is. We have vanilla. Unemployed. Hey, Lucy, to be fair, college is unemployment. School is unemployment in my book. Do you have good college tuition assistance? You have good college assistance in your country of origin? Because here we have. I mean, it's alright, but. Or the government, I don't know if it's either the government or the college itself pays for your tuition, whether it be in full or part of it. Or do you just have to pay for your college in full? And if so, do they just not require payments until way later, or how are you paying for it if you don't have a job? If so, I don't know what college is like over there. This is what we're working with so far. How how cheap is cheap? You said you live in the Czech. I want a conversion. $6,500. No, no, you're pulling my Corona, right? Koruna. That's what we're doing. Gee, see, really? That God, I need to move to the Czech. I gotta move to the Czech. That much doesn't even cover rent for 1 month here. That will buy you a streaming service for like 15 months. That's all that does. That our our college is on the cheap end. I don't like that number. Almost, yeah, this is the cheapest that I found for the average 4 years of college. Is about almost a million of your currency. For 4 years, it's about a million of your currency. 980,000, but almost a million. 981,000. For the cheapest one that I found. It said I looked for average, and that was the lowest that they gave me. So, yeah, a little bit of a price difference. Little bit different. Just ever so slightly different. That's why we need tuitions to help the government or the school pay for our college, because it's expensive as frick, man. Really, I'm gonna go to over. I'm gonna. And that's a cheap one. That's cheap. That's cheap. That was on the low end. I looked up averages, and that was the lowest side. It could get up to almost double that, if not triple. It could get pretty expensive. That's not fair. Honestly, that's not fair. That's not fair, Lucy. I'm moving to the Czech. Now we're blending in our dry mixture. Okay. Okay, Lucy. How expensive is housing? Let's say you're renting, let's do 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. Just something small, something livable, not an apartment, but like renting something. How much is that? Because I want to feel pain right now. I want to feel pain. Tell me how much that is. All you have to do is move to the United States. You could probably get a job with any degree for that matter here, since it's so hard to get a degree. This is becoming really thick. I don't like that. Give me rent and then give me an average house. Buying a house. Because I'm curious. I'm ever so curious. I want to feel pain. I don't know if this whisk is gonna last us. We might have to go buy a new whisk. That's getting really hard to whisk. It's getting really, really freaking hard to whisk. Okay, we're switching to different form of stir. Spoon! To rent? Or to buy? Okay, I'm ending stream. I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep. That's it. We're ending stream. I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep. For my house, I am getting an extremely big discount because my mom actually owns this house. I have to buy it. This is a crappy house. This is an absolute garbage house. This is a garbage house. This not only is it a garbage house, but it's also, I'd say, at least a half, if not a third, of the price of other houses. A flat, though? Even 5 million, the old ones, that's still good. My really, really garbage house that I'm getting an immensely good deal on is over 6 mil. The person next door to me is selling their house for, God, there's so many numbers, 20.5 mil? You're gonna average, I want to say the average house here is probably between 10 and 14 mil. The average house. Just average Joe Schmo, just nothing special, not like a ranch, not like big property, none of that jazz. Just average house in the suburbs. Okay. Lucy, you have a minimum wage too. This is the only thing that's gonna redeem you, Lucy. You have a minimum wage in your country, right? Like a minimum the government is allowing businesses to pay you for working, right? There has to be a minimum wage. Because if there's not a minimum wage, there's a serious issue. What's your minimum wage? What's your minimum wage? much is in this? $12 ounces? How much is 12 ounces? Why can't you give me... Okay, you know what? Frick it, we're measuring it. Don't want to give me a reasonable number. Am I really measuring this? All of it. Cool. I'm gonna probably put all of it in anyways. For a real job, an actual real job, and the fact that there are different categories is stupid, but for a real, legitimate, like, sit-down job, like, I don't know, a fast food worker, they probably get paid minimum wage. Ours don't. Ours actually get paid pretty good. Surprisingly, fast food workers actually get paid pretty good where I live. $21,000 for what? That doesn't tell me. 21,000 a month, a week, 2 weeks, a year. 21,000 what? $21,000 a month. Lucy, I hope you know this. Wait. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Okay, I didn't break anything. I thought I just broke something. Good news! Good news! You do get paid ever so slightly less than us. Ever so slightly. Not a lot. So it's not all bad. Good news, everybody! It's good news for me, Lucy, because I was seriously about to have a mental frickin' breakdown. I was, no joke, packing my bags to go to the check. As we, like, it looks like I'm cooking, but I'm secretly packing my bags. But honestly, it's not that big of a difference. You guys get paid 131 an hour. I think our minimum wage is. Uh, oh, did they? They moved it! Oh my god! Oh no, it's just for my state. Okay, never mind. My state's special. Yours is about 131 an hour. Ours for the United States in general is about 149. For general, not for our state. Our state's special. Our state is 222, almost 223. We're special. Okay, I have a feeling. I have a feeling that I do not have enough flour in this. Because that is interesting. As interesting. That's an interesting taste. I don't know how I feel about that cookie. As hmm. I don't know whether that's too sweet or not sweet enough, honestly. I'm gonna add a little bit more flour. Because that's still really freaking sticky. Come on, I'm not making that same mistake of tipping it too far this time. I get paid more than minimum wage because I'm special. By special, I mean basically every single town or job in this town pays more than minimum wage. In fact, I probably have one of the lowest paying jobs in town. Okay, this is interesting. It's still really frickin' sticky. So we're gonna see how this turns out. Said this recipe makes 4 dozen. I really hope to God I was lying. Because I don't have space to cook 4 dozen frickin' cookies. I don't have time or space to cook 4 dozen frickin' cookies. There's not even that many ingredients in this. Why does it make so much fucking cookie? We're not going for prettiness in these cookies. Taste alone is what matters. And if these don't taste good, I legitimately will cry. Like, you may think I'm joking, but no, there will be actual tears. Okay. Yeah, now that I added that flour, that tastes a lot more like a cookie. God, that flour helped immensely. I don't know what the heck happened before. How long are we cooking these for? Where's my phone? Nine to 11 minutes, so we're doing 10. Oh, yeah, that flour. It wasn't even that much flour that I added to it, but that made all the difference. Those taste like a million times better now. Ta-da! Cookies. One of the cookies. We made chocolate chip cookies this time. Though I might wait to see how these turn out before I make more. Because if I suck at cooking, I don't want to suck even worse. You know what? I have a short attention span. We're gonna play a game while I wait. Yeah, Inception, I know. Okay, why is the sound not working? Okay, why is the sound not working? That's why. I think the sound's working? Yeah, I know you hear the game, but your sound and my sound are not the same sounds. I was playing this game earlier because I wanted to play some Dark Souls. Unless you've actually went back and rewatched my streams, Lucy, I don't think you've ever seen me play Dark Souls. playing this game and I was gonna be a little speedy hack and slash boy. And then the game gave me a really good shield. I was like, well, and then the game gave me a really good helmet. I was like, ah, and then the game, like a really heavy helmet. And then the game gave me a really heavy set of armor. And I was like, ah, and then the game gave me a really good set of gloves. I was like, frick, I'm going strong boy. So strong boy we are. This was one of the very first games I ever played on my stream. I'm being stupid. If I wanted to be smart, I would do that. But I'm not smart, so. So, the very first game I ever played on this channel was Demon Souls. Then the next game I played was Dark Souls 1. Then I played Dark Souls 2. And then this was... This was the fourth game I ever played on the channel. Christine joins right now. She's gonna be so fucking confused. She's like, I thought this was a cooking stream. Why is he playing Dark Souls? Anyone joining stream right now will be so confused. They're like, I thought this was a cooking stream. Why is there Dark Souls here? Well, we are cooking. We're waiting for the cookies to bake. I can't do much till the cookies bake. Actually, now I'm gonna completely ignore this area and go to a completely different area. I hope Christine comes to this stream. Want her to see my cooking prowess. By cooking, I mean baking, because they're actually not even close to the same thing. Holy mother of cookie! Yeah, that probably did make 4 dozen. I don't know if that's cooked or not. Where's the toothpick? Toothpick, come here. No, that's... No. 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 Not even. Delicious, but no. I was kind of, they do look delicious, but I was kind of going with more, personal serving size so I could serve them at work. Um, those are not personal. I don't know what they are, but they're not personal serving size, I'll tell you that much. It looks like, if normal cookies were baby cookies, then those cookies ate their mother, and that's what those cookies look like. See if I can pull off what I'm trying to pull off. Haha! I did! What do I want to go do now? Because normally I don't pull that off first try. Normally I have to go trek through this entire area. I'm not used to actually being good at a game. Kind of weird for me. I guess we can go do this section now. There's no reason not to. Problem with these cookies now is I gotta keep a close eye on them, or they finna burn. I'm gonna go grab the other mint. Those are about ready. Bottom ones aren't. Christine, where are you? I know it's early, but it shouldn't be that early. Maybe she's not awake yet. Could be.
Well,
there's only one reason we ever come here, and I don't actually... The only other reason I come here is to get this, but you have to do so much in this game to actually make use of that. If you were to do all that stuff in the game to make use of it, holy Christ, is it amazing! It gets you one of the best spells in the entire game, but you have to go through a lot of crap to do it, and dang it, slightly not enough. What happens if I... No. Those are the only pants I have. Take off my pants. No, not take off my pants. You guys would like that. Dark Souls? So, I'm a... Christine. Or, not Christine. God, why do I do that? Lucy, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Okay? Do you have a lot of time and money? If not, don't get into Dark Souls. If so, get into Dark Souls, because once you play one, you're gonna want to play them all. And trust me, they're all good. The only Souls game I have not played so far is the newest one, Night Rain. And that's because me and Turtle were waiting for it to be two-player multiplayer. Which I think it is now, so we have no excuse not to play it now. You also don't have a PC and or console, do you, Lucy? You just have a Switch, right? Oh, I will. I will stream it. But... I don't mean to call myself out or anything, but I have a few unfinished things to do in the other Dark Souls game before I stream that. I don't mean to... You have a PC? Okay, cool. I have two games in specific that I need to finish. One game I probably never will, one game I do actually have to go back and finish. On stream. I'd be in it off stream. Frick. Stupid Bible scholar. You know what? No. I don't have to deal with this shenanigans. You're not my mom. I don't have to deal with your shenanigans. I don't know why we... well, I kind of know why me and Turtle nicknamed those people Bible scholars. It's because they got a big giant book that kind of looks like a really thick Bible. It's actually really nice people when they aren't beating you upside the head with their Bible. Look it, they want to give me a hug. How nice is that? How nice are they? I mean, they're on fire when they try giving me a hug, but you know, tomato, tomato. It's a warm embrace. 1 second. We got a guinea pig tester. I sprayed them with liquid.
Very hot.
It just came out of the oven. I told you it'd be a little hot. Break a little piece off.
Oh, really good.
Take the rest with you. Sister!
Yeah.
They're a little...
They're good.
They're a little big.
They're
Look at these.
very hot though. Oh gosh, it's huge.
I know. Well, I didn't have room for like 4 different cookie trays in there. And I sprayed these down really well before, and they're still sticking, so I don't know. I don't have counter space for this. I don't know where to put this. Okay, it's getting hot now. Okay.
Now, what are you gonna do with all the cookies?
Oh, I'm taking them into work.
Let me have a second one.
Yeah. You know, I can just save, because these aren't the only cookies I'm making. I'm also making oatmeal raisin and white chocolate and macadamia nut. So if you want me to just save you some, I can.
I don't know if it's hard my hand.
The cookies were good. I mean, I will admit, that smells fire. That smells fire. I'm not gonna eat it because we just saw what happened when she tried it. You're hungry? Well, we're just getting started, Lucy. You think this is the end of the stream? No, this is the beginning of the stream. Okay. What do you think? We should do the oatmeal raisin next? I think we should do the oatmeal raisin next. Also, we might need to do these in batches of 2. Okay. We're just using the same bowls, because it's all cookies. If you have a problem with that, well, I don't know, take it up with your therapist. I don't know what to tell you. We're using the same everything. It's all just cookies. The only difference is what's going in the cookies. This recipe is basically the exact same as the other recipe too. God dang it. One teaspoon salt. Jesus Christ. Making them extra salty. Teaspoon salt, teaspoon baking soda, 1.5 cups of flour, teaspoon cinnamon. We're adding cinnamon into this one. That ought to be interesting. Didn't have cinnamon in the last one. And more brown sugar, less normal sugar. Interesting. 1 cup brown sugar this time versus a 1/2 cup normal sugar. Again, it wants me to use a stand mixer, but I am not doing that. It's made by hand and with love. Christine! Oh my god, don't even... Christine, you don't want to hear the beginning of this stream. You're going to want to move to Czech Republic. Exactly, Lucy, or Christine, that's what we're saying. America, you don't want to know the prices of things, and you don't want to know the prices of things in the Czech Republic. It's not fair. You know, Christine, get this. I'm gonna bring the housing crisis back up again. We're coming back to the housing crisis, full circle. Christine, you know how much college is for them? Do you know how much college costs for them? You're not gonna like this answer. This is not a likable answer. No, I did currency exchange. I'm gonna tell you how much USD it costs. If we were to go there and pay for college in USD, United States dollars, it costs a little over $300. I'm moving to Czech. It's official, Christine. I'm sorry. I have forsaken America. I am moving to the Czech. Pretty sure it was like $300 if I'm not mistaken. To be fair, like, I'm not blood related to Czech, but my uncle married my aunt who is from, their family is from Czech. Yeah, Christine. $300. $300 for 1 year. $1,200 That is literally like one paycheck for me to go to college for 4 years. That's ridiculous. That's less than one paycheck for me to go to college for 4 years. I'm gonna go study abroad. So we're not using a stand mixer, Christine, because that's over there in the corner, and I'm not getting that. So everything's by hand today. We've already made some cookies, and I'm realizing these are mmm, these are a little overbaked. Mmm. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about these cookies. Hello, Anna. These cookies, while they taste good, depends, I think. While they taste good, they're a little too crunchy for my taste. I think these will be out of house cookies. I'll bake the rest for the. They probably go great with some milk. But, yeah, those are going to be us cookies. Learn from there on my ways. Smaller sizes. Totally not following directions whatsoever, but whatever. Do what I want. Yeah, I can eat them with milk, probably. But the problem is, my job doesn't just have milk laying around that they can eat the cookies with. The milk would be great with here. No, that would be fantastic. My job, though, these are supposed to be for my job. They don't just have milk laying around that they can eat the cookies with. Inner must have just woke up, too. Because it's not school day for him. All the stirring is... It's giving me a workout. I don't feel the gains. And you didn't join the stream earlier, Inner? For shame. For shame. I was playing Dark Souls there for a bit, Inner. Okay, which anime, Inner? How long has the stream been going on? An hour and 30. We've been going for an hour and 30 already. Ochinoko. That sounds so familiar. Is that the... Oh, it's this anime! Cool, I wanted to watch this anime. How is it? You're going out of town today? Got some big plans, Christine? Big plans other than watching my stream? Man, you're watching an anime that actually made 3 whole seasons? Couldn't be my anime. My Anime make like an amazing one season and force you to read the manga. Nisekoi. Inner knows the struggle. High five, Inner. You know the struggle. They'll make like a really banger season 1 and then just never produce anything again. So you're like, well, I can either accept the fact that it only has one season, or I could go to the manga and watch it. I think I'm gonna. I've only watched season 1 of Dr. Stone. I think I'm just gonna hold off until it's fully finished and then just binge the rest of it. There's this really good anime I just watched. Frick, what's it called? Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill. That was a pretty good anime. It wasn't like action packed or it wasn't. It was just literally just this dude going around cooking things, and it was pretty chill. I liked it. I think that is the most recent anime I watched. Kill la Kill. I haven't seen Kill la Kill. Have you seen Your Nikki? Future Diaries? Future Diaries was a good. Future Diaries was a good anime. It was my favorite anime up for quite a while. It actually just recently got dethroned not that long ago. Oh, dude, you gotta watch Mirror Nikki. It's a hardcore battle royale type with superpowers. Though, granted, it is all including season 3. Because I've watched season 1, season 2, and season 3 until they pulled the same crap that they pulled in season 1 and season 2, and then I stopped watching. Because why? Why do they keep pulling that? As long as the movie... You know what? I was really banging with season 3. I thought season 3 was peak. But then they pulled that crap, and I was like, no, I don't want to watch that anymore. What they pulled on stream... Or if stream is wondering what they pulled, you have to watch the anime to find out. I'm not mentioning that on stream. That's not stream. It's not stream appropriate material. I think season 3 was better, honestly. I really vibed with season 3. Season 3 was great. Well, I don't know. I haven't finished watching season 3 because I put it down after that, but from what I saw, season 3 was pretty great. Second half is bad? Okay, then I'm not missing out on anything. Because I kept talking to Turtle. I'm like, Turtle, you know what? I know, you're gonna call me crazy. Because he's seen Season 1 and 2 of Sword Art as well. He's seen Season 1 and 2 of Sword Art as well. I'm like, you're gonna call me crazy, Turtle. But Season 3 was so peak. And he has the same opinion about Season 1 and 2 as me. I'm like, Season 3 was so peak, I might go back and watch it again. And he's like, don't. I'm like, and he's like, no, don't do it. It's not worth it, dude. And honestly, I think he's right. I don't think it's worth it. As much as I want to. Oh, Season 1? You mean second half, so, Gun-Gale? No. Alfheim. Alfheim is second half. First half is Sword Art, second half is Alfheim. First half of Season 2 is Gun-Gale, second half is Alfheim. Third season is Alicization. Yeah, Season 1, first half is pretty good. Turtle has the opinion that, Kirito is a blander MC than, like, Flower. And I mean, he's not entirely wrong, either. Dude, if you like Battle Royale, like, kind of like Gun Gale Online kind of type thing, Battle Royale, lots of messy, bloody, gory crap. Dude, Mir Nikki. Mir Nikki's great. It's great. It's got love. It's got romance. It's got a good ending. It's got a lot of bloodshed and thrills and chills and. Okay. Hold up, Inner. Hold up. Take it back now, y'all. Come on, get a little closer. Too close. Back it up a little bit. Full Metal Alchemist or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Because that does make a difference. Okay. Good. We're good then. I haven't watched either, but Turtle has. I want to watch it, and Turtle informed me probably just don't watch normal, just watch Brotherhood. He's watched both. He's watched both Brotherhood and the actual anime. And he informed me, yeah, probably just don't watch the normal one and just watch Brotherhood. What's another great anime I've watched? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. The majority of animes I watch are romance animes. Cells at Work. Cells at Work is a pretty good anime. That's not a romance anime. Life would be going a lot better if those cookies didn't overcook. But other than that, not too bad. Oh, Inner, have you seen Your Lie in April? I have been told by the community that anyone who hasn't watched Your Lie in April, I should get them to watch Your Lie in April. I have watched it. Well, Inner, it really gets going at episode 420. That's where you don't see the hype. I refuse to watch One Piece. One Piece is too long. For those of you watching being like, "Oh, he's joking 420, ha, funny, funny." One Piece has over 1,000 episodes. It's the longest running anime of all time. Oh, and everything's technically season 1. They don't have seasons. It's all season 1. One Piece, I want to say, is one of the longest running shows of all time. Doji? I don't know what that means. Okay, smaller cookies this time. Actually, wait. Cooking spray. I gotta coat my hands in flour. This is way too sticky. This is way too sticky! It is almost done. New episodes will be 12 episodes per season. I see it, don't I? What do I see? What? Stairs? What? There's no stairs behind me. I have never once even a single time claimed to be a real fan of Amori Inner, so I don't know where you're getting your information from. You're a fake fan of Celeste, you haven't beat it yet. They're a lot smaller, so they're not going to spread out nearly as much as the other cookies. If not, I can cut them with a knife, it's whatever. I'll check on them and move them if they aren't far enough apart. God. Dang it! Why are all these cookies so sticky? Today's stream brought to you by Pineapple Orange Juice. Not really, but Pineapple Orange Juice is actually pretty good. You should try it if you haven't. Not specifically this brand, but just any Pineapple Orange Juice. Okay, we're going back to gaming. Dark of Souls 3. Also, why does that dude not spawn? Hello, Inner. You know I can still see your chat in stream, right? Inner's playing Hollow Knight. You know, Hollow Knight's just an inferior Dark Souls. Sure, do a randomizer. That's how little that guy meant to me. I was checking my cookies while he was doing his thing. You'll win it, Inner. I'm sure of it. Should do a Dark Souls randomizer, Inner. Those are fun. Well, do I have a solution for you, Inner? You should do a Dark Souls speedrun, actually. Did I ever tell you guys before I got into Soul Catcher is the two. Not how much random did your random?
Well, I can.
Ow! He did not like that. Yes, a warm embrace indeed. Fire clutching? Yeah. Oh yeah, as I was saying. Okay, those are looking a lot better. Those are looking like cookies. I can live with those cookies. I might cook them ever so slightly longer. Those random runs are actually possible though, right? Because it'd be a pretty stupid run if it's not actually possible. Oh! I keep getting sidetracked. Inner, you keep sidetracking me. Did I ever tell you guys that before I became a streamer, I was a speedrunner, and I used to speedrun Dark Souls 3. Now is really not a time for it to be going off alarm. I'll let them bake it a tiny bit longer. Not great. It's because I sped on it, didn't mean I did it fast. I was always more of a Hollow Knight speedrunner. You've seen me do Hollow Knight speedruns. Actually, correct me if I'm wrong, you've seen my best time. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Dark Souls 3 is the easiest Dark Souls out of all the Dark Souls to run. That doesn't mean it's easy. Just because it's the easiest does not mean it's easy. Especially the later game is easy as frick. The early game, however, the early game is brutal. Now these look like cookies I'd eat. Them some good looking cookies right there. $30 geo for 15 geo? I mean, that's a great American deal. What can you say? I don't think I was speedrunning Hollow Knight, Lucy, when you first came. I think speedrunning came after. Give him some cookies. I can get behind those cookies. I mean, they're a little misshapen. They're a little rough around the edges, but... I mean, what isn't a little rough around the edges nowadays? Wonder what made you join Tony's stream? I know what made Lucy join my stream. It was Hollow Knight. You and Christina, it's because I grabbed you from Rad's stream. Christine. Keynote. They're mostly calmer than most. I've had a hectic stream or two. Yeah, backroom streams are pretty freaking. Any stream with inner in it, honest to God, is pretty hectic. Sleep is a good thing, Ash. Sleep is a very good thing.
Ah, great either. Ashen one.
Ash, we can always do a stream. Anytime. I'm gonna show you guys some of my old speedrunning tricks. So, if I can get this first try, which I can't. This is one of them. That's tree skip. God, don't even get me started on repo streams. Nope, that's... Did I do that wrong? I may have just messed that up. Oh well. Yeah, I messed that up. Oh well. Okay, let's see if I can do this skip. If I did this properly, I should be on the ground. Yep! Did that skip properly. That's called a false skip quit out. We'll actually be, if I'm playing this on stream, be using it a decent chunk later. Skip an entire area. So basically, that fall normally is too high, and it will kill me.
Just wasn't pretty big like that.
Normally that fall is too high, and it will kill me. But I have two things. First of all, Spook, which is a spell I equipped it, negates all fall damage as long as it's not lethal fall damage. But it has a weird thing where if you quit out just as you hit the ground, the game tricks it into thinking that you actually survived the fall and puts you on the ground. Normally the game would either put me back up there if I quit out too early, or dead back at the bonfire if I quit out too late. I'm going to show you the speedrunning strat to take down this giant tree. If I can get it properly first try. Okay, we're just going to take a step back and do a little bit of that. Okay. Let's test this. Nope. Already failing. Oh, I failed this strat so hard. Still be fast, just not as fast. Also, it's a pretty hard strat to get. That won't kill. Shouldn't kill. That might. Fast, not as fast. I hate to break it to y'all, but none of you are true OG fans of Tony. There's only one true OG fan of Tony. And he doesn't attend streams anymore.
Welcome, Hubspeak. Very then take. Farewell, Ashen One Maiden.
See, is that enough? That is enough.
Welcome, very then take. Farewell, Ashen One.
Nope. Turtle isn't even an OG viewer. Obviously, I talked to Turtle before. I've known Turtle way before I started streaming, but he never watched the streams. He still rarely watches the streams. Turtle's my best friend, but he doesn't have the time of day to watch my streams. Figure that one. Oh, I haven't seen Kelvin in quite a long time. But no, that's not Kelvin. I don't think you, Christine, have ever been, like, actually been in a stream with him. You may have watched a stream with him in it, but you've never, like, been in a stream. His name was Grim. He was also originally from Rad's stream. I am running out of counter space. You know, get us going there. I don't remember a lot about Grimm, but I do remember one thing. He liked dragons. Why in the f is there a dog down here? God. He just starts swinging and he don't stop. He don't stop for no one. Don't stop believing, dude. Don't stop. I'm gonna get copyrighted. We'll be starting the third cookie here soon. I don't know why I always grab that at him. Force a habit, I guess. Uh, yeah, if you didn't hear the answer, then yeah, you did miss it. His name's Grimm. He was only in...
And I am brave.
What did you get in her?
Oh, you're fine. Oh,
Yes, Grimm from Hollow Knight. He was my first viewer. Well, you just officially busted the game. Inner. Congratulations, the winner is you. You know what? Don't care about this item. It's nearly enough. You think you can fight Inner? Inner. Inner. Your luck. False Knight's gonna be Nightmare King Grimm. Bosses aren't right. Well, then what are you even doing? What are you even doing? Inner, if bosses aren't random, what are you even doing? So? Yeah, he help anytime. He's a bro. What's your point, Inner? You trying to make a point here? Because I'm not seeing it. You're like a broken pencil. You're pointless. Nope, not the same, Inner. Not the same. Ha, good, Onion-san. It's not the same, Inner. You're not a true Hollow Knight fan, Inner. Someone salty? Is someone a little salty in her? Good, I could use some salt for these next cookies. Okay. Why am I... There's a bow in my hands. You're not paying 200 geo for what? I didn't see that message, and I'm not pulling up Steam. For lore? No! You're not! The lore's the best part of that game, Inner. There's a chance, Christine, but I highly doubt it. He was only in like my first 6 streams. You joined a little bit later. You didn't even... You joined a little bit later. I think he stopped watching by the end of Dark Souls 2. And I think you joined in Dark Souls 3. Yeah, like I said, you weren't in a stream with him, but I know you've watched all the streams. So I know you would have seen him, but you weren't... Yeah, you weren't in any of the streams with him, but I know you went back and rewatched all my streams. That's why I said you weren't in any of the streams with him, but you probably still know him. Okay, we're gonna taste the cookie. Here, have a taste. Delicious, right? Howling Race or, a Bistreak? Howling Race is alright, but a Bistreak? That's where it's at. That's super. That was a little bit of crunch to it, but it was really soft and pillowy. This is a good cookie. Type your favorite cookie in chat. Why can't you tell me your favorite cookie because you were here late, Ash? What does that have to do with your favorite cookie? I don't think you understood the prompt. Yeah, I've done that in the Pantheon before. Lucky for you, Inner, our next cookie's white macadamia nut. And yes, I'm serious. That's our last cookie, too. Interesting. Out of the usual, Lunar. God, my shirt's so dirty. I still haven't heard Christine's. Still waiting on Christine's favorite cookie. Inner, that is literally the best deal I've ever heard in my entire life. And I live in America. That, my friend, that would be a great American deal. The only deal I can think of that's better than that is Wayward Compass for 5. I never use Wayward anymore. Wayward, I will give you, if you're a first-time player of Hollow Knight, Wayward is the most broken charm ever known to mankind. It is amazing. It is busted. After after you know the map like the back of your hand, it's useless. But it got me through some tough times. It got me through some tough crap. Oh, Conifer sells something different? Okay. I'm just using the same recipe and I'm just changing it for. I'm just gonna use the same recipe and just switch it out, switch the last two ingredients out, because this was a good recipe. I like this one. No, I've noticed after cooking 3 different types of cookies, all cookie recipes are almost identical. You know what's sad? No one asked me what my favorite cookie was. Guess y'all just don't care. Tear. Anna, I'm not looking at Steam. I can't. I don't know what you're texting me. I only see Steam when I'm playing Dark Souls. You're gonna have to text me in chat if you want me to see it. I can hear the notification, but again, Anna, I can't see it. Not only am I not looking at Steam, I'm also not even looking at my computer. I'm not gonna. You can keep texting me as long as you want. As long as I'm not playing Dark Souls, Okay, Christine, if you're pretty sure I've told you before, what is it? What's my favorite cookie, Christine? You could guess. It's not chocolate chip. I think chocolate chip, I'm gonna be honest, I think chocolate chip's kind of a basic cookie. Basic. Jesus Christ. We went from basic to what in that? What are those? What are those? No. That's what? No. Oatmeal raisin is good. Oatmeal raisin is probably my second favorite. I like a good chocolate chip cookie, but it's too basic to be my favorite. Macadamia nut. Just like macadamia nut by itself? No. I don't know who eats a cookie with just nuts and nothing else. That's a little weird. You can guess, Christine. Red velvet cookie is interesting. It's an interesting cookie. I like red velvet more in cake, though. Actually, I want to know what Christine's guess is before I say anything. I'm ever so curious. It's okay if you get it wrong, Christine. I don't care. But I am curious what you think my favorite cookie is. No, get out of here. Get out of here. Pistachios are the most overrated nut of all time. Get out of here. Get out of here with your pistachios. Pistachios. Mint chocolate chip is one of my favorite ice creams of all time. Not my favorite cookie. Pistachio. Get out of here with pistachio. Pistachio. Overrated. Or perfectly rated, depending on how much you don't like pistachios. If you don't like pistachios at all. It is a nut-related cookie. It has nuts in it. Depending on how you view pistachios, it's either overrated or perfectly rated, depending on whether you like it or don't. Nope, not Oreo or peanut butter. You guys need a hint? I can give you a hint. Chestnut cookie sounds interesting, but never had it. Hazelnut cookie might also be good, honestly. Never had it. This cookie is specifically from a place. I've never seen it made anywhere except this place. Sure, you probably could make it somewhere else, but the cookie specifically is from a location. And knowing how widespread this location is, unless the cookie is not in your location near you, Lucy, you probably should be able to get it too, because this is a really, 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 really well-known restaurant. Anna, you most certainly have this restaurant where you're at. 100%. I know you do. I know, like, Japan has this restaurant. I know America has this restaurant. I'm pretty sure Australia has this restaurant. I know... No, we don't have Tim's. I know Canada has this restaurant. I'm pretty sure Mexico has this restaurant. I'm almost positive the majority of countries has this restaurant. That's how widespread this restaurant is. No, it's not the crumble cookie thing. Those things give me diabetes just by looking at them. Close! McDonald's, I think, is the #1 widespread restaurant of all time. This one, I'm pretty sure, is #2 of all time. Though, it was #1 at a point in time. It did beat out McDonald's for how many restaurants they had. No, not Burger King. That's not as widespread. Not everyone has it. I know, no. Hey! Ash got it! Subway, if I am correct, is either currently #1 or #2 most widespread restaurant across the entire world. It was #1 at one point in time. Yeah, Subway has cookies. It was #1 at one point in time. I don't know if it's still #1. You're ever so close, Inner. You're ever so close with her white chocolate macadamia nut. You're just ever so close. But you're just not quite there. It's very, very, very close to the white chocolate macadamia nut. It's very close. It's a very, very, very similar cookie. I don't know if anyone's ever going to get this, so I'm just going to go out and say it. It's their raspberry white chocolate macadamia nut one. I think they call it their raspberry cheesecake or something. I don't know what name they call it. But it's basically white macadamia nut with raspberry in it. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. I'd kill for it. Anner, I am still not looking at Steam! Love of fucking God! You know what, Enter? You can frick off, okay? Frick off, Enter. That's all I have to say to you. If I didn't love you so much, Enter. If I didn't love you so much, you could absolutely frick off. I'm just gonna go offline in Steam. It basically is... It basically is white macadamia nut, but it's got raspberry in it too. If we're considering them different cookies, raspberry white macadamia nut is my #1 favorite, and then white macadamia nut is my #2. And then... Oatmeal raisin is after that. If you all want to keep spamming Steam, I'm gonna ban you from stream. Don't think I won't, because I will. Steam is not to be used during stream. If you guys want to message me on Steam during stream, I will unfriend you on Steam. The privilege can be giveth, the privilege can be taketh away. Oh, I'm well aware of who's doing it, Enter. YouTube did a thing where it reset names to original names, like I wrote nicknames or whatever. I don't know. YouTube's stupid. This recipe calls for vanilla bean paste. Like, I'm fancy enough to have vanilla bean paste. Who do you think I am, William Fancy Pants? Bonus points if you get the reference. This is a very unflattering camera angle, I'm just realizing. I look like I'm 40. I look good for a 40-year-old. I don't know, just standing above, like, makes... It looks like I got like a receding hairline, and I got like this scraggly beard, and I got wrinkles and crap. I look like I'm 40. I mean, I do kind of have a receding hairline, but I look crap. I look like my uncle. I don't like my uncle. I'm just realizing I look. I look a lot like my uncle. Jesus Christ. That resemblance is scary. This is the last cookie we're baking in stream, guys. We've had one successful, one unsuccessful so far. How will the third one be? Find out next time on Cooking Ball Z. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Give me a second. I've realized I made the biggest mistake of my life and I need to fix it. Give me just 1 second. 1 second. Hold on a hot dang second. I forgot my apron. You gotta wear the apron. Fun fact, this is not my only apron. I own 2 more. I'm not even. I own 2 more. Give me a second. I got a penguin one. I totally forgot I had aprons. I don't cook often. I actually got this really high quality food theory one. This is actually a really high quality one. But this was my first one ever. As always, that's just a theory. A food theory! I don't bake often, okay? I cook more often than I bake. Used to bake a lot more as a younger adult and a kid. So I would actually use these quite frequently, but I haven't done it in so long that I completely forgot. This is from an anime, if you didn't know. Don't ask me which anime, because I don't know the answer to that question, but it's from an anime. And it's pretty pink and I love it, okay? You know, Lucy, I don't appreciate the sass, okay? This is a sass-free household. If you could dial it down a notch, that would be fantastic. Thank you. Well, you know the problem? These, surprisingly, a lot harder to wash than a shirt. I miss MatPat. He will be missed. I'm pretty sure I actually referenced him leaving streaming in one of my streams a long, long time ago. Well, Lucy, you know, I may not be the brightest, Lucy. I only like MatPat. I don't watch any of the new stuff. I refuse to. I don't care how good it is. By the way, there was no follow-up to that previous statement. I just may not be the brightest. Thank you! How we doing, Velvet Thunder? We're making cookies. Right now we're making the third cookie of the day, which is white chocolate macadamia nut. I watched Game Theory back when they were still a wee little channel. Back when they were describing whether Mario was a sociopath or what creepers were made out of and all that jazz. Back before the fancy food theory and style theory and movie theory, film theory, not movie theory. That smells good. Yeah, it's not even cooked and it already smells absolutely delicious. Lucy, I haven't forgot my promise to you. You don't even remember the promise I made to you? Huh. Well, then I guess I don't need to fulfill the promise. You told me you wanted to see me make croissants. Oh yeah! She remembers now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a miracle! I have cured her memory loss! Cookies are messy. I have no idea to what you could possibly be referring to, Lucy. No idea. Absolutely none. Nope. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what you talk about. I got as much rhythm as that chair. What happened to me was a tragedy, but I don't gotta be a millionaire. Got a sweet deal going on here. Got all the books that I can read. Sweet old lady and the copy from the 80s. What more could a librarian need? Went off the wrong side. Oh well. Huh. Well, you know, I may not be the brightest, but... Where is it? Is it on this side? It is. Ha, Sigurd.
Oh, don't
disappear like that, but thanks to you, an epiphany has struck me square in the head. I've unraveled the riddle of this inscrutable lift. On some days I begin to doubt myself. I went up the tower, so I thought, then somehow ended up here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyhow, do you see that? That humongous beast? I'm no coward and I've a steady hand, but that thing makes my skin crawl. Now, think twice before you go down that road. I could try talking some sense into him. No, I think not. He's far too overheated. I've got to use my head and think.
You do that, Sigurd. Ow! Hmm. Hmm. Any of you guys who don't know Sigurd are not true Dark Souls fans. I'm not gonna grab my souls because I'm just not gonna die this time. That's a horrible mentality I have, by the way, if you're playing this game. And that's why I grab my souls.
Should have waited.
If y'all needed a sign to start playing Dark Souls, play Dark Souls for the first time, this is your sign. You may be wondering, Sigurd seems to be coming to our rescue if we wait long enough. Why don't we wait for him to come join the fight? That is the exact thing.
No! Well, it's too late.
That's the exact thing we're trying to prevent. Because if he joins, he'll kill himself.
That was quite a performance. But you mustn't get in over your head. We unkindled must put our duties first. But, for the moment, we've a toast to make. To your valor, my sword, and our...
Yeah, our victory together. Sure.
Long... Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
Oh no, did I make these too big again? I thought I made them the same size. God dang it. Oh, are the same size as the last ones. Whatever. It'll cook a slight bit longer. And ambush! And... what? I could have swore there was ambush there. Oh no, here's ambush. Here's ambush. Yep, ambush. Ah, doggos. How I hate you so. And ambush! I knew there was a few ambushes. Ha. They hit me with the book! They literally took throwing the book at me to a whole new level. I almost did not make that. Dang it, that puts me over. Okay. Stop moving. Looks wise, they look garbage.
Welcome. Very then take. Farewell, Ashen One. May welcome. Very then take. Farewell, Ashen One. May the
Okay. I think we're in the stream here. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one as always.